Hello guys, this is onlyabidoang and today I'm going to do another Sims 3 video. This time I want to give some spotlight to one of the cults featured in the Sims 3, mummies. It was such a long time ago since the last time I made a video regarding the Sims 3 cults, and the fact that I haven't covered all of them suddenly came through my mind. That's why I decided to cover it. Anyway, let's just jump right into the topic. Mummies are a new occult introduced in the Sims 3 World Adventure. Usually, NPC mummies can be encountered in tombs on all three different destination worlds introduced in this pack, but they are more common in al-simhara, Egypt. When you're exploring a tomb, you might do something such as opening doors or taking treasures that triggers a mummy to come out of their sarcophagus. When this happens and your sim is nearby, they will immediately attack your sim. There are several possible outcomes from the fight. To win the fight, your sim must have high athletic and martial arts skill. If you win, the mummy will then vanish into a swirling sand. If you lose, there are several possible conditions. Usually, after losing a fight, your sim will then pass out and have some negative moodlets. The mummy will then return to its sarcophagus. But there's a chance that after you lose the fight, the mummy will inflict mummy's curse to your sim. This curse lasts for 14 days and your sim will die if the time expires. I'll explain about it later. Besides fighting, you can also buy a mummy snack from Egypt's special merchant. It costs 100 ancient coins and you need to have at least level 1 Egypt visa to gain access to it. Now, with the mummy snack in your inventory, if you were to be attacked by a mummy, the mummy will steal your mummy snack instead and then go back to its sarcophagus, leaving you unharmed. Sims can also try to eat the snack, but they'll get nauseous instead. Anyway, back to the curse. There are many ways to cure them. One of the methods that I think is cool is by going to the Sphinx statue. You can go there straight away or by starting the curse quest first from the adventure board if you also want to gain rewards in the end. Click on the Sphinx and then plead to it first. After pleading to it, this cool sequence will happen and you can access the Sphinx tomb. The tomb is pretty easy to explore as long as you stay on track. Finally, in the end of the tomb, you'll find this Anubis looking statue called the Soul Piece statue. Click on it and choose Seek Cleansing. Your sim will meditate for around an hour and after that, another sequence will play and your curse will then be lifted. You'll also gain Blessing of the Sphinx moodlet. Besides going to the Sphinx, other methods to break the curse are 1. By using the cheat Testing Cheats Enabled True and then hold Ctrl and click the moodlet to remove it. 2. By buying a snake charming basket from a merchant in Egypt. You need to use it frequently so you can buy a king cobra. If you manage to get a kiss from the king cobra, the curse will be lifted. 3. By purchasing the Moodlet Manager lifetime reward and use the Cure interaction. 4. By inventing a time machine if you have the Sims 3 ambitions. Travel to the past and if you're lucky, you may stop the invention of mummification and be cured. 5. By adopting a unicorn in Sims 3 pets. The unicorn can lift your curse by using the Cure Fauna interaction. 6. By having a witch cast Sunlight Charm on the cursed sim if you have the Sims 3 Supernatural. 7. By becoming a mummy yourself. I'll explain about this later. If the sim is not cured until 2 weeks, the death by mummy's curse will occur and the sim will be surrounded by sands before disappearing. The ghost of a sim who died because of this appears light brown with dark shades and black smoke around them. Now you might be wondering, can you become a mummy yourself or even adopt one? The answer to both is yes, you can. However, you cannot make wild mummies inside the tombs to be playable, though you can summon one instead. To summon a mummy, first you'll need any types of sarcophagus. A sarcophagus can be made by collecting 5 of its corresponding fragments. These fragments can be found by exploring tombs or excavating from dig sites on those destination worlds. When you have enough fragments, go back to your home world. You can then combine the fragments to create a working sarcophagus. You can also obtain any of these sarcophagi through cheats by using the Buy Debug On cheat. Be sure to activate Testing Cheats Enabled True cheat first. After that, you must gather 5 collectible canopic jars. They are special relics that can only be found by exploring tombs and searching dig sites in Egypt. This is different from this ordinary canopic jar which are just regular relics and serve no purpose. When you have 5 canopic jars and a sarcophagus, click on the sarcophagus and choose Summon Mummy. Keep in mind that you'll need exactly 5 canopic jars in your inventory. If you have more than 5, the summoning process will be bugged, so I recommend putting the extra canopic jars out of your inventory before summoning. After that, a mummy will come out of the sarcophagus and join your household. The second method to play as a mummy is to become one. You'll have to collect 5 fragments of the sarcophagus of the kings, which you can find inside tombs or from dig sites in Egypt. After reconstructing it, you'll either get the blast variant or the curse variant. You're going to need the cursed one in order to become a mummy. Then start sleeping in the sarcophagus. While sleeping in it, your energy need will increase much more slowly and all the other needs will be frozen. You'll also slowly gain athletic skill while sleeping here. You need to sleep for a combined total of 24 hours. You don't have to do it in one sleep, so you can do it in different sleep sessions. In between sleep sessions, you may get this notification as well. After 24 hours, you will turn into a mummy. But if you have mummy's curse and sleep in the cursed sarcophagus, they will turn into a mummy immediately regardless of your sleep duration. To cure your mummification, sleep on the blessed variant of the sarcophagus for around 13 hours. Again, you can do this in different sleep sessions. Besides to cure mummification, if a sim sleeps in the sarcophagus for 8 hours, their age will be prolonged by 2 days. Besides using the sarcophagus, if you have Sims 3 Supernatural, you can make the Bottled Mummy Curse Elixir. If used, it will turn the target into a mummy. You can also make the Potent Cure Elixir to cure mummification. And here are the characteristics and abilities of mummies. They are covered in many layers of linen cloth from head to toe. Male mummy will use this blue cloth while female mummy will use this yellow cloth. There are also different color variants of their garments and skirts. You cannot edit them in Creative Sim, unfortunately. Their voice sounds a bit muffled.
Baby Gribat? Nerklafuble.
Once a sim turns into a mummy, their name and age will be the same when they were still human. But summoned mummies are always in the elder life stage and they will have ancient sounding names. Summoned mummies will also have the Egyptian culture hidden trait. Because of that, they already know how to sing Egyptian songs. When idle, mummies will do 2 exclusive idle animations. There is no try for baby option for mummies, therefore they cannot have children. You can still develop romantic relationship with them though. Damn, I cannot even imagine how mummy woohoo works. Mummies walk super slowly, they can't even run. Working or attending university could be quite a challenge because more often than not, they will arrive late. That's why when I'm playing, I usually give mummies hoverboards so they will walk faster. Yes, a mummy riding a futuristic hoverboard. That's something you don't see every day, even in The Sims. Mummies have much longer lifespan than humans. Mummies don't have energy needs, so they don't need sleep. Mummies also don't need to go potty because they don't have bladder need, but surprisingly enough, they still need to eat. I wonder where the digested food will come out. Despite that, they can still do those activities just for fun. Playable mummies can eat the aforementioned mummy snack without any problems. Their hunger need will be increased a bit and they will even obtain the Great Meal moodlet. Mummies have special social interactions, such as talk about mummification, talk about scents, talk about Egyptian pantheon, and talk about eyeliner secrets. Even mummies care about their looks too, you know? Mummies are much stronger, they have better chance of winning a fight. Mummies are completely immune to death by electrocution. They can still electrocute themselves, but it will never end up fatal. Well, until fire is involved. Since mummies are wrapped in cloth, they will be scared when being around source of fires like lit fireplaces or fire pit. Because of that, they will always put out fireplaces on a whim. Mummies are very flammable. If they dare to poke around a lit fireplace, they may end up catching fire. When there is a fire happening in the lot, they will always pass out. Just be careful with this. Again, mummies are more vulnerable to fires. With normal sims, it usually takes them 60 sim minutes before burning to death, whereas mummies will take 45 sim minutes. Don't worry though, they can run into a shower to put themselves out. So now you decided to run. Guess they should burn themselves first before going to work. After showering or swimming, mummies will get the soak moodlet for 2 hours because they're wrapped in a water-absorbent cloth. When soaked, they will leave water puddles and be immune to fire temporarily. If mummies stand on water puddles, they will absorb the water and receive the soak moodlet. When a burglar comes to steal in a house and see a mummy, the burglar will run away in fear. I guess one mummy in the way will keep the burglars at bay. Sims will react when there is a mummy nearby. The reactions vary depending on their traits. Some react disgustingly and others react excitedly. This feature is a bit annoying however, because the Sims will cancel any cue and every action they are doing just to react. And those are some of the characteristics and abilities of the ancient mummy. I hope I've covered all of them. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked the video and want more, be sure to subscribe to the channel. See you later!